Home prices and sales are cooling down across the Southern California housing market, and San Diego's no exception. Let's take a look at what happened in July and what you can expect in the coming months. Hey, it's James Renfro. If you live in San Diego or if you're thinking about moving here, I cover everything you need to know about America's finest city. And I have people calling me all the time looking to buy or sell. So if you need help making a move, give me a call, shoot me a text, I've got your back. Now let's hop into the July 2022 housing market recap. So after a 2-year housing boom, the market in San Diego is finally normalizing. We're seeing less crowded open houses, fewer showings, longer days on market, and fewer offers on new listings. Just a few months ago, I was able to get multiple offers on every property I sold, with a personal average of 6% over the asking price in an average of just 12 days on the market. Now, suddenly I have several listings that have been on the market multiple weeks without an offer. We've seen lower traffic in our open houses and much less urgency with potential buyers. But don't just take my word for it. Let's look at the total market overview from the San Diego Association of Realtors that shows new listings are down 20.8%, pending sales are down 34.7%, closed sales are down 43.3%, percentage of the original price received down 4.2%, days on market up 22.2%, homes for sale up 21.7%, month supply of homes on the market up 50%, all this from just a year ago. Now, all those high percentages seem pretty scary, but when you look a little closer, it's not as bad as you might look when you look at the actual units that drive those percentages. For instance, let's look at the last number that I gave, the month supply of homes on the market. Now, this represents how long it would take for the market to completely run out of homes to sell if no new listings became available. And it shows up 50%, right? And of course, that's really scary. But truly, it went from 1.2 months in July of last year to 1.8 months in July of this year. So if we look back in history, we see that in July of 2019, we had 4.5 months of inventory on the market, but it was still a robust market at that time. While 50% up seems really scary, it's really not as bad as it sounds. So let's look at a few of the other numbers. Days on market, for instance, was up 22.2%. But when you look at the actual days, we went from 18 days on the market in July of last year to 22 days on the market in July of this year. So that's only 4 days. So if we go back in history again to July of 2019, we were at 33 days on the market. And again, that's not, it's really not bad considering how good the market was in 2019. We've all heard about rising interest rates lately, and inventory is rising. In May of this year, we had 3,800 active listings, and by the end of June, we had 5,200, which is a 35% increase. But if we compare that back in history again to the 12,800 listings we had in July of 2019, we would have to add 145% more listings to get to the really good market that we had in 2019. Now, the biggest concern, of course, is sales price. And while we have seen values stabilize and maybe even drop off a little bit from the preceding months, overall, we've had a 10.6% increase in the median sale price in the last year. And that's not bad at all. So what can we expect in the coming months? Of course, because interest rate spikes and high listing prices, fewer people are out house hunting, and therefore houses are remaining on the market longer. But this is offering buyers still in the market, even greater advantages in getting their offers accepted. While seller gains are diminishing, it's not likely that prices will fall suddenly this year. Supply and demand still applies, and San Diego will continue to favor an expensive housing market. Housing prices in San Diego will flatten and maybe decrease slightly, but overall they're going to be stable. Because mortgage financing has gotten more expensive as the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, record home price increases are a thing of the past. Despite a still strong housing market, rising mortgage rates are plainly making it more difficult to buy in a market that has already seen some of the highest prices in the country. Looking at all the data, we can see that the market is normalizing. We're moving from a market that heavily favored sellers to one that's more stable and might present an opportunity for you. Thanks for sticking around. I hope this video was helpful. If you have questions about your specific situation, fill out the questionnaire that's linked in the description box below and I'll reach out. I hope you have a great rest of your day and I will see you next time.